All right, I'm gonna explain to you how over the next week, I'm gonna make sure that my software launch is not going to be a failure. So my plan is to split test about 5 to 10 different ideas that are very surface level ideas of what I would develop as a software. And I think sharing those ideas, some people might say, oh yeah, it's like you shouldn't share your ideas, people may steal them, people may like, you need to get a copyright on them. But the thing about that is it's not difficult to come up with ideas. I think if you ask like probably 75% of Americans, they'll have some sort of business idea, and they're probably not half bad either. But the difficult part of a business is actually executing and getting the things you need done to be able to make it profitable, and learning the lessons you learn along the way to make it so that you won't make mistakes in the later years of the business. So I will be posting the business ideas on YouTube as well as TikTok and Reels. And I think the main goal that I hope to get out of posting them on those platforms is for out of just one out of any of those videos to gain significantly more traction than others. So I know that that idea has some sort of validity behind it. Because if I have like an idea that's wrapped up in my mind, like I'm committed to it, I want this idea so bad, but I post about it and it gets like 10 views. I know like maybe it was just a fluke, maybe I can post it again, but I know that's probably not like the best business idea. So I'm going to be focusing on making the products that people actually care about and proving that people care about them before going to the development of that product. And this kind of leans into what I've learned from a book I've been reading recently called The Lean Startup. And basically it's about prioritizing learning and just realizing how to build a sustainable business over even making money or fulfilling what your client wants. Like that is the number one purpose of a startup, to be able to learn more about how you can make your business last for as long as possible. And how you make that business last for as long as possible is you have an idea, you send it out to the customers as quickly as possible. You need to make sure that like the minimum viable product is always available as fast as humanly possible. And for me, I know I don't know that much about like the actual development side. That's still, I need to develop that in my brain much more. But I need to get as small a product out as possible to be able to market it and see if people actually want it. And that's what that book is all about. And if people don't want it, you go back to the drawing board, reiterate, make the minimum viable product of that, and then send it out. And then once you have a product that you know people actually want, you can make more make more reiterations of it again and again and again, make it better and better, and more people will want to come to it. And that's the simple philosophy behind that book and what I'm picking up along as I read. So the last part I want to touch on is, so momentum, I've realized, is an insane factor of how much I get done in a day. I could be having a completely free day, like probably 10 to 12 hours free time through the day. But if I have like some negative momentum going on, I'm just not getting anything done. I'm like floating through that day. I'm not focused, not like feeling like, hey, I want to do stuff. I just feel like, hey, I want to go to sleep and go to the next day. But with positive momentum, you really feel like you want to conquer the world. You want to get as much as you can done, and getting stuff done feels good. So the best way I've found to continue positive momentum is know the things in your life that will give you more energy than they take away from you. For me personally, I've found that walks in the morning do that incredibly well. It's just like a first one of the day, and that like powers me forward to go on with the rest of my day. And another thing that it depends on what type of workout I do, but workouts are something that allows me to create positive momentum in my day. Same with this work. And the key to maintaining momentum for myself, I found on a day-to-day basis, is to always have like the next thing in mind. I know you're supposed to be present. I know you're supposed to be understanding like the greatness of the moment you're in, but having like a little bit of that anxiety is incredibly useful for me because it's how I think I function better with it. Like maybe that's a bad thing, but I do think I function a little bit better with it. And yeah, just understand what really gives you energy and focus on those things, and that'll create so much more momentum than if you just like, I need to work, but you're like losing energy every time you do it, and that will just suck for you. So make sure you're doing the things that give you more energy and don't take away from it. Focus on those things, and if you focus on the things that give you more energy and give you more like effort, because you're gonna want to, I just rambled there, but you're gonna want to put more effort into things that give you more energy. And if you're in a certain industry where people are loving what they do and you don't love what you do, the people who love what they do are gonna beat you every single day because they gain positive momentum from when they work. You lose momentum from when you work. So make sure, if you haven't chosen a certain industry yet, that you are actually not passionate, but like enjoy that industry, and understand that if you don't enjoy what you do, there's a very little likelihood that you'll actually stick with it. So yeah, that's it for today, and thank you for watching.